Well, the Italy and Romania tours are a wrap, which means that now I'm in knee-deep video editing with over 4 terabytes of footage to go through. So bear with me, please. This is part 1 of the Italy tour, starting in Skopje, Macedonia, which is my hometown in my home country. I went through Kosovo, Albania, Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, Montenegro, Kosovo again and back to Skopje. The trip briefly took around 12 days. It was a bit longer than planned, but honestly, I couldn't resist spending extra time in Italy and Croatia. The views were breathtaking and I had very good luck with the weather. Not a single drop of rain, and I feel truly lucky for that. So, I will be posting the videos chronologically, starting with Skopje, Kosovo, Albania, where I took ferry from Durrës to Bari. Kosovo really surprised me. The roads were excellent and mostly highways, which made that part of my road trip quick and smooth. In Albania, the scenery was incredible. But I wanted to spend as little time as possible in Kosovo and Albania because I started my trip very late in the day and I had a ferry to catch. But as I was driving through Albania, I kinda regretted it because the scenery was breathtaking. I managed to see the Sharp Mountains from the other side. One is the Macedonian side and the other is the Albanian side. That side is very dramatic and they look awesome. I wanted to spend time doing some regional roads there. I'm sure that would have been awesome, as well as the beautiful seaside. So I kind of wished I'd spent some time more on it. During my ride in Albania, I had a little bit of a drama. My Insta360 camera decided to fly off the bike mid-road, and when it landed, it got scratched. Yes, it had the protective covers, and they were gone. That means that part of my journey wasn't even recorded. Thankfully, I managed to get some photos and my friends helped me with the filming with GoPros. So for the next part, the next video will be taking you from Bari through Amalfi coast and doing some sightseeing above Naples. Also, talking about tips and tricks about the ferry to Bari, as well as taking roads to Amalfi. Part 2. I got late to Durrës. My initial research showed that it's generally best to travel through the night. The whole ride is about 10 hours. I saw on the internet, Google Maps, that there are shorter day trips, but when I tried to book them, I only saw the night ones. The ride starts at 10 p.m. The providers say that you need to be there 1 hour before the departure. The check-in starts 4 hours before the departure. And from you guys, I got a lot of questions about the ferries. I'm guessing many of you are interested in this trip. I'm happy about that because it was an awesome trip. The most asked question was about the ferry provider. I used GNV, which stands for Gran Navi Velocità. But I'm guessing it does not matter since when I got there, I rode the Adria ferry, which is the same boat. There is another one called Ventures Ferries and it looks newer. And if I need to ride again, I would use them. The prices. I expect them to be a lot less, but people told me that they're pricey. And they were. Only for the bike is 80 euros. Pullman seat or a deck seat is 88 euros. Cabin 122 euros. Suite 224 euros. I got a cabin and I paid for the bike around 200 euros. The scenery from the ferry was amazing. I wished I had some more time in Bari, but I had to depart for Amalfi. Now, Google gave me 2 routes. One was with toll, which was the north road, and the other one without, the south road. But the time was exactly the same. I took the no-toll road, which was the south road, and I did not get it wrong. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think the north road is also mostly regional. From what I understood, most of the highways start above Naples, near Rome. The south road was regional. The road looked like it had seen better days, but the scenery made up for it. You ride through fields, and there are a lot of curves. You feel like you ride through the crops, and you see tons of windmills. Half of the way, I passed through flower fields, most of them windflowers. But the smells, it went in my helmet, and I was in seventh heaven. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Amalfi is what you expect from Italian coast touristy place. The roads get crowded, but the views are worth it. The whole coast is great. I really enjoyed cruising that part. One thing I do regret is that I had booked the hotels beforehand, and I had wished to be able to stay one night in Amalfi or nearby village, because I bet that the sunsets are to die for, and I would have enjoyed the morning there as well. Now, once I departed for Rome, Google advised me not to go back, but to continue straight towards Naples. Naples was not in my plan, but I had somehow ended up above Naples. The road is a motorcyclist's wet dream. Twisty roads going up, and you see whole Naples, and twisty roads going down. Started to get dark, so I jumped on the highway to get to Rome. Follow me on my tour. Part 3 is coming, the big one, Rome. Ride safe. See you on the road. I had booked a hotel on the Rome's Ring Road. It was very quick to get there in the night, but I was very surprised in the morning that I got very quickly to the city center. It had an amazing organization regarding traffic, so I was very surprised. I found a private parking garage, and it was really close to the Colosseum. I wanted to try to drive around, but not much places to stop and take photos, so I don't really recommend it. Best to go by foot. The whole of Italy is motorcycle friendly, so it's very easy to find motorcycle parking in the streets. I wanted to leave my bike in the garage. Since there's a lot of motorcycles on the streets, my thoughts were that Italy must be a motorcycle capital in the world, since there's a tons of bikes, parkings for bikes are full, and the streets are packed. Rome is a very fun city, though keep in mind that there are a lot of tourists and you need to be mindful of them, since they are all looking everywhere except for the streets. I saw the Colosseum and Trevi Fountain. I wish that I had one more night there, but I had to get going. I was driving to Tuscany. I would love to do just a Tuscany tour. I loved it there. It was amazing. 4. This is an interesting part because I will be jumping through a few of the locations that I went because of the mishap that my camera faced. So, after I departed Rome, I drove through Toscana's roads a little bit where I figured that Toscana deserves a special trip just for her. I wanted to visit Pisa, but the night came, so I moved on the highway and stayed in a town called Savona and just took some of my rest days there. I was trying to obtain a new camera. Savona is situated in Liguria, just southwest of Genoa. I visited Genoa as well. Genoa has always been one of my favorite cities in Europe. I really love Genoa. It has a specific charm. You are in a big city, but you don't feel like it. And the people are nice. The smells are awesome due to the proximity to the sea. Aside from that, the other reason why I always loved visiting Genoa were the roads, driving to and from Genoa. Even the highway that drives around and over Genoa is magnificent. You drive through tons of tunnels and it's just amazing, especially the twisty roads. I love driving them. I loved driving them while I was driving them with a car. I love driving them on my bike. During my few days of stay there, I drove the local roads, both in Liguria as well as going north toward Piemonte. All twisting roads, all twisting mountain roads. I love. I'm presuming that if I continued going north toward the Alps, the views would have become even more stunning. So the video that you will be seeing right now will reflect the road from Savona to Monaco, which is a coastal road. Drives along the Italian Riviera as well as small part of the Azzurro coastline. The video will show part driven in highway, part driven in local roads. Keep in mind, local roads can be daunting because there are a lot of tourists, a lot of cars, and the speed limit is very low. Monaco always surprises me. It's a city where every single time that I've been there, something is happening. I've seen everything from Formula to equestrian tournaments to insane fireworks to Rolling Stones just playing in the middle of a square. Just like that, no tickets, no nothing. The city roads are sparkling and add to the charm and luxury of the city. It is a very special feeling. So I always love coming back to Monaco. The next one will be the road to Florence. I really love Florence and I'm incredibly sorry that I did not get the opportunity to visit Pisa. But on every road trip, if you...
No! God, please, no!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, no.
C'est à contresens, d'accord? Je sais pas comment vous remontez ici.
How do I get out?
No. This way. This way.
If you don't end the plans with what you want to visit again, it's not complete and you did not have a good time. So I'm happy to say that I really would like to go back and check out Toscana and check out Pisa. Of course, my love for Genoa will always stay and the curiosity what Monaco will show next. Part 5.
Italy Tour parte 5. Genova, Firenze, Portorose.
I started my way back home from Genoa. As it is my tradition, I cannot seem to start my day early enough. So I missed the pizza window again. As I said in the last part, something to look forward to going back. I did stop in Florence. Now Florence, or in Italian
Firenze.
is a historic city in central Italy. Known as the birthplace of Renaissance, it is famous for its art, architecture, and cultural heritage, with landmarks like the Duomo and Ponte Vecchio. This can be seen through the whole city. It is a big city, but the whole city looks like a city center. Tourists are everywhere. Be very careful riding through the city, since most of the streets are cobblestones and some streets are narrow and one-way. I managed to get myself into a loop in this way. I was driving around and trying to find my way because there were very small and twisty roads, pedestrians are walking everywhere, and cobblestones and scooters are everywhere. And some of the streets are just one way. And if you make the wrong turn, or you just kinda relapse one part, you're going to be stuck very easily. So again, as in Rome, I suggest staying on the main roads and just finding a hotel that is very easy and quick to get in and out of the city. I really loved the domes and the cathedrals and the whole flow of the art, and you kind of feel it in the air. I visited the interactive Leonardo da Vinci Museum. That is an experience by itself. You can learn about the greatness of the guy and everything that he was kinda before his time. So for sure, check it out if you're ever in Florence. I really loved it. I love the city. I stayed there, but I do not regret it ever. I just feel that it was something that I had to do. On to the next one. Drive safe. For the next part, part 6, I started my day from Florence and I rode the Toscana roads again, which cemented the feeling that I need to have a separate tour just for Toscana. Since the team is starting late, I got to see the Veneto region during the sunset and I loved it. Initially, I was supposed to go to Ljubljana, Slovenia, but since I had already added too many days, I just went for the Jadranska Magistrala and stayed in Portorož, Slovenia's coastline city. Portorož was amazing, completely surprised me, reminded me of Yugoslavia, and you can see that Slovenia is keeping the tradition properly. The city is touristy, but properly organized, very easy to find the way, and completely turned towards the sea and just beautiful. I stayed the night in Portorož, and in the morning I just rode towards Jadranska Magistrala, or known as E65. When I reached Rijeka, I had to make the decision on which road I would take, Jadranska Magistrala or E65, but there is an additional road which is the number 8. After Rijeka, I joined E65. The whole road is basically next to the water. It was amazing. I was riding towards Zadar. There was an option for me to go to the Pag Island with a ferry in Prizna, but because I had to wait an hour, I decided to stay on E65. I knew I had to catch the sunset on Jadranska Magistrala. The road did not disappoint. There are a lot of curves and there are signs that are warning motorcyclists to be careful because there are a lot of sharp turns, which I took full advantage of. My decision was to ride from 5 p.m. because at the end of May the sun was at its highest and I could have a full use of sun. The sun was going down after 9 p.m. and because usually everybody rides in the morning, there weren't a lot of people on the road and I could enjoy it fully. I took the highway from Zadar and drove to Makarska to stay the night. Next one will be Makarska to Dubrovnik, and Dubrovnik sightseeing. Drive safe until the next one. Part 7. Makarska. My biggest regret was not driving the mountain road during the day. The pine smell was overpowering and I was in a daze. One thing I have to do is go back there during the day. I stayed in Makarska, but early in the morning took off towards Dubrovnik. I took the 8th road again, continuing the beautiful coastline views. I wanted to experience the sea vibes and I drove without the jacket and got burned in the process. I managed to cross the Peleshach bridge on my way to Dubrovnik and see a very different landscape on the island. My camera battery died, of course, right before the Dr. Franjo Tuđman bridge, but I did manage to stop and film the riding through Dubrovnik. I do not recommend driving through Dubrovnik since it is packed. There were too many cars, scooters and tourists. For some reason, everyone was very frustrated and it was very hard to drive and see anything from the city. I found the city parking spot and left the bike there. Additionally, the old town is completely closed off for vehicles, so walking is mandatory. I forgot to change my riding boots with my walking shoes and regretted it. Game of Thrones vibes are high. There is a lot of Game of Thrones memorabilia everywhere. The city was a filming spot, so you are immersed in Game of Thrones world. All in all, Dubrovnik has a charm and is wonderful to see. Just be mindful of the crowds. Now my travels were concluded and I was set on course home. I thought it would be straight one and I wouldn't have any fun, but oh boy, I was wrong. Till next one, drive safe. Now, this is the last part and the part which took me home. Just next to Dubrovnik is the country border between Croatia and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Google suggested that that was the fastest way. Now, we all know fastest does not always mean best. I took it nonetheless. The road was uneventful until a mountain pass towards Montenegro. Twisty roads going up and down. I was tempted to cross the border twice. Now, I continued my journey through Montenegro and stayed the night in Podgorica because I knew that there would be a mountain road towards Kosovo and I did not want to ride them at night. I knew that they were poorly lit and was pretty sure that there would be wildlife up the mountains.
The border crossing between Montenegro and Kosovo is also a mountain pass. Oh dear, the road. I had a blast. There were so many twisty roads. I think I have uncovered a gem. I was also tempted to go back again. I was like a kid in a playground. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was like a last hurrah for me during this ride. Even though I was very tired and had 4 days over my initial riding plan. I have to go back and cross that border again. It might be just a single ride off for a weekend, but I have to do that again. The rest of the way was uneventful and I got home just in time for the sunset. Shortly after, I started to prepare for another monumental trip that I will be covering in series like this, Romania, the country that left me speechless. Till the next series, drive safe.